these people. Thank you very much to the hosts as well. So yeah, this week is, well, has and is being crazy. So thank you for that as well. So earlier this week, I got a call back from BBC One, or the production house that's running the actual TV show of it. Oh, thank you very much for the subscription there. Score count. September it is. So yeah, I got a call back from the producers of Impossible, BBC One TV game show. So I did the phone interview, and I need to submit to them a video thing at some point as well, and that needs to be done by tomorrow. But then also on Friday I play gig with Jungle Lion, and straight after that I then go on a flight to Barcelona to play a gig with Papa Soul in Barcelona on the Saturday, and then finally get back home on Monday. This is a crazy week so far. Let's get into the actual lobby so you can start joining the game and everything. Those new to the game, XYAT is the room code. Let me go to the correct layout. I believe the extension should be live for those that are on the extension. So if you want to play by that, by all means. If you don't know what the extension is, say the extension command. That gives you a brief overview of it. It's still not published live yet, so we still have to add you to a test list. But of course, you can also just play in chat, either here in public chat or in the whispers to Quizbot 3000. It's preferable to whisper to Quizbot 3000 because you don't give the answer away. I have yet to implement the delete message feature into 1 vs 100. I still haven't done that. So yeah, as I was saying earlier, I got a phone call to potentially be a contestant on Impossible, the game show. Yes, indeed. So the fact that they called me means I'm already on some sort of short list of potential contestants, because normally they just don't do anything with you if they don't want you. So I'm already on some sort of short list, and they've also said to give a video thing as well. So yeah, this is the first time I've ever gotten to a point where I'm potentially very close to being an actual contestant on a TV game show. I've put an application form in for the Modern Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with Jeremy Clarkson host, and nothing on that. Did put an application in some years ago for the Simon Mayo version of Blockbusters with my then girlfriend at the time, and they were doing some sort of casting call stuff at because we were living in Newcastle at the time, or no, near Newcastle at the time, should I say, and they were doing some stuff in a hotel conference room. They just had a production crew there, and they're just sort of interviewing us there, and nothing happened on that. I think I must have submitted my name to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, the older version at one point as well, but again, nothing's come off of that. This is the first one that something's come off of. So hopefully I get through, and yeah, I'll be an actual contestant on a TV show. Oh, okay, Catnip. Yeah, indeed, yes. It's like if I man-arms tire out, I know. Giving him a workout this time. So, who have we got here in the lobby at the moment? So, we've got Farnham, Lupine, Connor, Steve, Catnip, Duke Bliss, Hutzagovan Beast, Espic. Good to see you in the game. Ninja Warrior Boy, Harry, Insane Burb, Drahuska, Ryan, Emsley, Random Zombie, Elias, Score Count, Cetra, Clive, TJ Nayland, that's a new name in this lobby. Daisy Don, also a new name. I think they just joined the Discord as well. Welcome. Tipster, Virtual Polygon, fairly recent addition to the community. Elmeister, welcome to you as well. Kazvez, Puzzledan, Dozarino, Samster, and Quetz. Yeah, we just need 71 more players to have a full mob complement. That's what we really want to aim for, is to be able to get 101 people playing this game in total. 100 mob members and one playing as the one. Thank you very much for the follow there, Uzumaki Pavel. Welcome to you as well. So yeah, we're not far off of a full mob, but we'll get there. we've got 36 viewers at the moment, so thank you very much for the 29 that have joined in so far and are playing. Is streaming under Twitch Plays the way to go for us now? I guess Quetz may have to abuse the fact that this technically is a Twitch Plays, even though it's not really in the spirit of what Twitch Plays really means. But yeah, if it gets me higher up in the rankings on Twitch, then yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm up to 462 followers at the moment, so yeah, only 38 away from the from 500 followers on Twitch, which I really did not expect to ever happen. You're tempted to test it as well, Quetz. Yeah, it's probably worth a quick go. I mean, I also put a tweet out earlier about people pining for the Xbox Live version of 1 vs 100, so we'll see if that gets any sort of traction at some point. Who knows? Alright, well, I think that's enough time for Mr. Xylophone Man to play for now. You can always join in the lobby as we're playing along, but for the time being, let us start. Let's pick the first one for this evening. Uzumaki getting in there just in time. Who gets picked? It is Virtual Polygon. You are the first one this evening. And as always, you can decide to play in chat, or you can also click that link there, bring you straight to the Discord channel, and you can play in voice if you'd like to. Although I believe you are an acquaintance or such of of Elias at work, so I'm going to presume that you're going to play by chat. Paul must play by chat. Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. We will do that. Yeah, I can explain that as we go along, Farnham. Alright, let's start this game open. And it is 1 vs 100. Here is question number 1. Which of these is a river as opposed to an island? Is it A, Sardinia, B, Amazon, C, Borneo? Mob, please answer now. Answer is A, B, or C in public chat or to Quizbot 3000. A, B, or C, which you think is the right answer? Which of these is a river as opposed to an island? Is it Sardinia, Amazon, or Borneo? And that's the mob locked in. And now it is up to Virtual Polygon to submit their answer as the one. A few people may be going with the wrong answer. Virtual Polygon is locked in on B, Amazon. Is the Amazon a river? One can only hope. In this case, it said not is not true. It did not say not. Now, who didn't read the question? Puzzle Down Ryan, Father Ref, apparently it was his question and he still got it wrong. Daisy Don also getting that one wrong, alongside 6 AIs as well. So 10 mob members have been eliminated on that first question. So those of you that have been eliminated in the mob, you can still continue answering as we go on, even though you are currently eliminated from the game. If you keep answering questions, you can still earn XP. So don't just go mute and go and do other stuff. You can continue playing along and earn XP and build up your streak. But for the time being, you are eliminated from this game as a potential future one in the next round. Virtual Polygon, we've eliminated 10 mob members. That means I get to ask you the question straight away. Would you like to take 1,000 doots, which is the money? You would like to take on the mob of 90. Take on the mob. Alright, it's now Virtual Polygon versus 90. And question number 2 is: Go the Distance, Zero to Hero, and I Won't Say I'm in Love are all songs from which Disney animated movie? Is it A, Mulan, B, Aladdin, or C, Hercules? Mob, please answer now. Go the Distance, Zero to Hero, and I Won't Say I'm in Love. Is it from Mulan, Aladdin, or Hercules? A, B, or C? Smattering of answers there from the chat. Elias giving multiple answers from the looks of things. Virtual Polygon, what say ye? Virtual Polygon is answering with C. Hercules. With 1,000 dukes at risk, is Hercules the right answer? Hercules is indeed the right answer. And who got eliminated on that one? Cetra, Kazvez, Steve, Almeister, Catnip getting eliminated on that question, plus a smattering of AI. That's another 10 mob numbers eliminated in one question. 10 on the first, 10 on the second question. Now brings you to 1 versus 80, and you're now up to 5,000 dukes, Virtual Polygon. Would you like to take the 5,000 dukes that you currently have? Or would you like to take on the mob of 80? Still have all 3 helps remaining as the 1. Yep, that's literally it. Occam's Razor suggests that it's now 8 questions away from the million. It's taken on the mob. 1 versus 80. Welcome, it's Joshua. Question number 3 is, which is a British film company famous for its horror films? Is it A. Screwdriver, B. Hammer, or C. Mallet? Mob, please answer now. Which is a British film company famous for its horror films? Is it Screwdriver, Hammer, or Mallet? This is a fun and ref question. And that is the mob locked in. Okay, it is a British question, and I presume you being a work pal of Elias, you would be a US person, so this might be a difficult question for you. But we do have helps if you need them. We have Ask the Mob, we have Poll the Mob, and we have Trust the Mob. Need any information on how they work? I can give you that info. Daisy Don, that's a bit too late to answer. Okay, Virtual Polygon is going to poll the mob. If you like to choose an option of A, B, or C, you chose A. So, these were the mob members that chose the answer of A, Screwdriver. It was only 13 of the 80 remaining mob members that chose that answer. Of the humans, we can say that Uzumaki gave that answer, Score Count, Quetz, Ninja Warrior Boy, and Connor, of all the human players, giving that answer. Everybody else in the mob gave a different answer to A, Screwdriver. So does that help you in any way, Virtual Polygon? Let's see. Not sure you do the messages, Insane Burb. Alright, well, we're going to use a second help here. We're now going to be using Ask the Mob. Those who don't know how Ask the Mob works, this will pick 2 mob members out at sort of random. One will have given the right answer, one will have given an incorrect answer. It will highlight them and also highlight their particular choices. From that, then we can also deduce that one answer will be wrong. So this could be useful as a final way of eliminating between B, Hammer, and C, Mallet if he thinks that A, Screwdriver was a bit, you know, on the low side of the mob count, because it wasn't many, so it's likely it might be wrong. So if we get a pick of A and something else, then that might basically yield our answer, but that would have been 2 helps to get to that point. Let's see who it picks up. So it's picked Emsley that chose answer B, and Score Counts that chose answer A. So we definitely know now that the answer is not C, Mallet. We already know that Score Count chose answer A as he was in the poll earlier, but Emsley chose answer B. So Score Count and Emsley, please give your reasons as to why you gave your answers. So Score Count apparently hit his head on the keypad, and apparently A was his answer. And Emsley went with weird feeling in the back of my head, but not sure. Alright, so that's the result of that. Does that help you in any way, Virtual Polygon? seems to have gone in with a lock-in. What's he locking in? It is B, hammer. The correct answer is... It is B, hammer. I should make that one of the AI responses. Yeah, maybe. Let's see who got eliminated. So Daz, Herzegovian Beast, Dupless, TJ Nayland, Score Counts, Harry, Quet, Strahuska, Insane Burb, Uzumaki, Connor, and Ninja Warrior Boy of the Humans all getting eliminated on that question. And 10 AI as well. So, who have we got left in the Humans? We have Lupine, we have Emsley, we have Tipster, Espic, Clive, Random Zombie, and Elias all still in the Humans. You must have said it too late, Insane Burb, I'm afraid. Sorry. And Samster. Did I miss Samster? I must have said... Yeah, I did miss Samster. Good spot there, Tipster. Thank you. Alright, so it's now 1 versus 58 Virtual Polygon. You still have 1 help left. We're not at the halfway point yet. So you don't get a sneak peek. But the question now stands as 25,000 dudes. Would you like to take 25,000 dudes or the mob? What shall it be? Still going to go with the mob. Alright, it's now 1 versus 58. And the next question is... Which colour ball is worth 4 in snooker? Is it the colour of an M&M in M&M's logo, the colour of an M in McDonald's logo, or the colour of a bell in Taco Bell's logo? Mob, please answer now! Woohoo! Which colour ball is worth 4 in snooker? Is it the M in the M&M's logo, M in McDonald's logo, or that colour of a bell in the Taco Bell logo? This is why we like 1 versus 100 when we get these kind of answers. Alright. It's an early trap. Yes, it is. It's an early sneaky trap. And thank you very much for White Shadow for these questions. So, Virtual Polygon, any ideas? You actually have the liberty of thinking a bit about this one. That's the problem with being in the mob, is you only have the 8 seconds or so to lock in an answer. As the one, you get the luxury of thinking time. Can I have a question that I know, please? Of course, you can talk it out as well. Virtual Polygon, if you want to let us know of your thought process. It's been so long since you played snooker. Well then, that kind of won't help, I guess. It's only easy if you know the answer, indeed, Farnham. How are people able to submit questions? You'll need to DM me on Discord, and I'll be able to set you up on the website. There are quite a few people on there. I need to do another purge because I think there's some people that are just not submitting questions anymore. So I may have to do another user purge. But yeah, if you want to write questions for any of these game shows, then feel free to DM me on Discord and I'll add you to the website. He's talking to himself. Taco Bell, Bell is blue? Question mark. Alright, well, this is the last help in his arsenal, trusting the mob. So this is a slight tweak to the normal format of a trust, because there are human and AI players involved in this game at the moment. Trust will lock in on only the human player's most popular answer, just so that it doesn't skew the results too much and basically make this a sort of a freebie, because the AI tends to always get the questions right in a sort of descending, you know, it's likely the AI masses will get it right just by the RNG system. But this is locking in on the human player's most popular answer. Let's see what it will do. What will it lock in on? They have no choice. The lock-in is on A, that colour of an M in M&M's logo. Is that the right answer? It is the right answer. Yes, 4 is indeed a brown. Clive of Legend getting that one wrong. Random Zombie and Lupine getting that one wrong. And we are down to 1 versus 41. There are now no more helps. And we are now into the second half of the game. So, from this point onwards, Virtual Polygon, you will get to see sneak peeks of the next question. 5 human mob members left, indeed. So we've got the cluster down here. We've got Samster, Emsley, Tipster, and Espic in this lovely cluster down here. And then all the way in the top right corner on his own, we've got Elias the Panda. So yes, 5 human players left in. One of those could be picked to be the next one if Virtual Polygon loses on a question. However, Virtual Polygon does get to see the question text of the next question before making his decision. And that question is: of the first 9 main series Final Fantasy titles, which is the only one to not have a release on the PlayStation 1? Of the first 9 main series Final Fantasy titles, which is the only one to not have a release on the PlayStation 1? Would you like to take the 50,000 dutes that you currently have? Or would you like to risk it and take on the mob of 41? Bearing in mind, we definitely have Elias in, who's played a fair few Final Fantasy games, I imagine. I don't know about everybody else, though. But you discussed FF at work before as well, so maybe you have a slight advantage on this question. At the worst, it's a 1 in 3 chance if you absolutely don't know it. And that's another thing. There could be some tricksy answers behind these answers here. We don't know yet. We haven't seen them. We don't get to see them until the decision is made. What will it be? 50,000 dutes. It's going to take on the mob. Brave choice. Here we go, Virtual Polygon. 1 versus 41. We know what the question is. Which is the only one to not have a release on the PlayStation 1. Your answers are Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 5, and Final Fantasy 3. Mob, please answer now. Which is the only one to not have a release on the PlayStation 1? Is it 2, 5, or 3? And of course, this is an Elias question. So you might have a slight advantage on this one. So, here we are, Virtual Polygon. No more helps left. You must give an answer. 50,000 dutes currently at risk. Do you have an idea? Your angry isn't in numerical order. Yeah, I suppose. I'm just thinking, is it in North America? Is it in North American release order? No, it's not quite. Here comes a lock-in. At the worst, it's a 1 in 3. Virtual Polygon's gone with B. Final Fantasy 5. Correct answer is... I'm afraid that is not the right answer. The correct answer was C. Final Fantasy 3. And that is Virtual Polygon out. Ooh, who's left in? Emsley, Samster, Tipster, and Elias are the 4 left in play at the end of that game. Ooh, well then. Is there any factoid information on that one, Elias? Because obviously I don't actually have access to that info on my normal mode in 1 vs 100. So I may have to log in to find that info. Quetz is saying, I think FF3 only had a re-release on the DS rather than on PlayStation. Final Fantasy. Filter, that's the one. So, FF1 and 2 was in Final Fantasy Origins. FF4 was in Final Fantasy Chronicles. FF5 and 6 were in the Final Fantasy Anthology, and FF7, 8, and 9 were PSX Originals. That does leave Final Fantasy 3 alone. Did not have a release on PlayStation 1. As Elias has posted, I've just seen. Okay, well, hard luck on that one, Virtual Polygon. It was a difficult question. You did sort of make it a decent way, though. You managed to get to 4 human players left after your question. That's what all the XP was earned on that round, and we do still have -1s aplenty here with Herzegovian Beast on a -1 rank and -1 score. Worry ye not, it actually is a proper score. Just for some reason there is a bug that I have yet to fix that keeps coming up. All right, so Emsley, Samster, Tipster, and Elias. It's a 1 in 4 chance of you being picked. Who will it pick? It is picked Tipster as the next one. Tipster, would you like to play in voice or would you like to play in chat? This is going to be a good one. Tipster is a previous 1 million Doot player on 1 versus 100. I see him and wait to be dragged in. Welcome, Tipster. I do not hear you. Why do I not hear you? Oh, that's interesting. Headphones. I saw your activity light go on, though. I just can't hear you for some reason. Let me do this trick of muting and unmuting you. Just say something again. Oh. Sounds fine just now, vocalize. Okay. Yeah, I still can't hear you, Tipster. Sorry. Headphones. Just try saying something now.
Hello?
You probably can hear yourself now, though, can't you?
Yep, I can hear myself through Quizbot.
Yep. Okay. Well, at least I can definitely hear you through something. And try now.
Hello. Hello.
Aha! Now can you hear yourself?
Yep. No, I can't hear myself anymore.
And I can actually hear you properly. All right, that was because Voice Meter decided to steal focus of the entire audio device rather than being just a little virtual thing. So that's why that happened. All right, well, hello, Tipster. Sorry about that.
Hello, how are we doing?
I'm not too bad. I was just kind of stressed out from this week, but yeah. It's a week. It's certainly a week.
It's definitely a week.
Yeah. I'm really not looking forward to Friday because I'm gonna be doing a gig from like 9 till about 12 and doing the pack down and then getting a train over to Manchester Airport that departs at like 3:25 in the morning. Gets me to Manchester Airport and I fly out at 6:25. Arrive at Barcelona at 9:25 and then do a gig in the evening at a wedding in Barcelona.
But do you at least get to spend some time relaxing in Barcelona?
On Sunday, and that's it, yes.
Well, it's a day.
It's certainly a day, yes. And then across all of that, of course, I've got to get this video application done for Impossible, and then also work deadlines, because we're supposed to be doing soft launch of our game and finishing that up tomorrow, and that's not going to happen. So yeah, it's definitely a week. Anyway, I'm going to stop wittering on now. Are you ready to play 1 versus 100, Tipster?
As ready as I'll ever be.
As ready as you'll ever be. All right. Well, let's see if you get yourself another million dukes or not. Start from the bottom again. 1 versus 100. Here is question number 1. If you are close to dying, you might be said to be at death's door, chimney, or window. Mob, please answer now. If you are close to dying, you might be said to be at death's what? Is it a door, a chimney, or window? Okay, that's the mob locked in. How are you feeling this week, Tipster?
I am feeling okay. I'm feeling better than Friday. I'm no longer rushed about trying to herd cats. And I've just noticed that you've added something new to the overlay.
Have I?
Yes, or at least I've never seen it before.
What's that?
The option for me to choose my own helps on my end.
Oh. Yeah, I guess that works. Question mark?
Okay, is this a should we test this, or is this a
I can't remember if I actually properly implemented that in the extension or not.
well, okay, we'll find out a little bit later.
Yeah, we'll find out later, yeah.
I definitely know the answer to this one because, well, if you're entering someone's house, you don't really tend to enter through the chimney unless you're leaving presents, or the window unless you're a burglar. I believe you enter Death's house at the door.
Alright, well, if you've got the extension then, can you actually press for the door then?
Look.
Yes, you can. Oh, this is perfect. We can do the game properly. Oh, yes. I don't even have to do anything now.
It did give me the option to press it whilst other people were answering. I don't know what would happen if I did that. I assume it would just lock it in straight away.
Yeah, that would be a bit. That would probably be a bit dangerous.
Okay, so let's not do that then.
Yeah, let's not do that. I think it actually might. It might not actually accept it on your end. It probably just sort of bounce back as a no, I didn't accept your click thing. Anyway.
Right.
So only 3 got eliminated on that question. Daisy and Uzumaki are the humans and 1 AI. Although Quizbot thinks it's the other way around, 1 human and 2 AIs got eliminated. So anyway, that's still that weird counting issue, but 3 it is. Snail 1 versus 97. Still miles away, well, 7 away from asking any sort of monetary question. So let's move on to question number 2.
Okay.
Question number 2 is, who never hosted a season of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in the US? Is it Cedric the Entertainer, Terry Crews, or Jerry Springer? Mob, please answer now. Who has never hosted a season of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in the United States? Is it Cedric the Entertainer, Terry Crews, or Jerry Springer? That's the mob locked in. All right, it's a US question this time.
Yeah, this is very out of my field. Okay, so it's one of those things. I don't see Jerry Springer hosting this kind of game show. Honestly, like I know he did Nothing But the Truth and things like that, but I feel like he's a very how do I put it? A very confrontational host, shall we say?
Can be, yes. And Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? It's supposed to be very non-confrontational.
So I can totally believe that they'd have Terry Crews hosting it because that guy is wholesome. And I have no idea who Cedric the Entertainer is. So what I would like to do. Is I would like to poll the mob on C.
Alright, well, have a go and click the poll the mob button and see what happens. Okay, we are in poll the mob, and
it's turned the options blue, and if I click C...
That worked! Holy crap, that actually worked! That's brilliant. Okay, I did apparently implement that. So, 80 of the 97 remaining mob members did indeed choose answer C, Jerry Springer. That does leave 17 mob members that did not choose that. Of the human players that are still in, I can notice that Elias, Catnip, Virtual Polygon did not pick this answer, and the remaining not pickers are AI. So, you feel confident with that choice?
I'm feeling fairly confident with it. I mean, you know, 80, and only a couple of human players not going for that option. I can guarantee you that one of them probably misclicked.
Well, I think we can see from chat that someone said they misclicked, so...
Oh, blooming heck. I wasn't even paying attention to that. So I'm going to go with C, Jerry Springer. Go with my gut again. And the mob.
Alright. Okay. Locking it in, C, Jerry Springer. Is that the right answer? is the right answer. Yeah, I don't know who Cedric the Entertainer is either. But apparently...
We still don't even get to see the cash here, do we? Oh, wait, no, we do. Sorry, yes.
Yeah, a few AIs, as we know exactly who got eliminated in that one. 17 mob members. Catnip, Virtual Polygon, Elias of the humans. And 14 AIs to make that a total of 17. And he's an entertainer, duh. Well, yeah, that's stating the obvious, Elias, but other than that, I still don't know who he is. So, 1 versus 80 now, Tipster, and 5,000 doots already on the line. After question 2, would you like to take 5,000 doots, or would you like to take on the mob?
Well, I mean, I've got 2 helps left, and I've kind of got a reputation to uphold, so I'm going to take on the mob, please.
You don't have that button, do you? So there's still something I actually have to do. Oh, yes, no! Dang it! I still have to do this mob. There you go. Wow. So overwhelming. Oh yeah, of course, Jerry hosted the UK version of Greed. Anyway, here's the next question. Which of these does the singer not claim to be too sexy for in the Right Said Fred song I'm Too Sexy? Is it his hat, his flat, or his cat? Mob, please answer now. Which of these does the singer not claim to be too sexy for? His hat, his flat, or his cat? Where's Whiskers? What have you got in your whiskers? What have you got in your whiskers there? You've been rummaging and trying to... You've got cobwebs. You've got cobwebs on your whiskers. What's that all about? Tipster, any ideas on this one?
So, well, I believe Right Said Fred was too sexy for his hat. I believe that that's part of the whole reference to you can keep your hat on. And I'm fairly sure that he was too sexy for his cat. Poor pussy cat. So I think he's not too sexy for his flat. I'm gonna lock in B.
Alright, locking in on B. He is not too sexy for his flat. Is that the right answer? It is the right answer. Do you want some whiskers or not? Here we go. Who got eliminated on that one? Puzzle Dan was the only human player to be eliminated on that. And we also had 4 AIs also eliminated. And if I want to just lift it up, look at all this stuff that's on your whiskers. And all the hairs as well. I need to brush you again. Alright, so it's now 1 versus 75. Tipster didn't really eliminate many people there. So we're still on 5,000 doots. Would you like to take the 5,000 doots that you have? Or would you like to take on the mob of 75?
Well, I wasn't expecting the AI to be a huge fan of Right Said Fred, so I'm going to carry on and take on the mob, please.
Take on the mob, okie dokie. 1 versus 75, that is a quarter of the mob down so far. Let's move on to the next question. In The Lion King, what is the name of Simba's mother or Mufasa's mate? Is it Sarabi, Sarafina, or Nala? Mob, please answer now. In The Lion King, what is the name of Simba's mother or Mufasa's mate? Is it Sarabi, Sarafina, or Nala? That's the mob locked in. How long has it been since you've seen Lion King then, Tipster?
So not within current memory, I'm afraid. So it's, I'm basing this on, things that I've kind of heard, as it were. I believe Nala is Simba's love interest, and that would be a bit weird if it was Simba's mother. So I've kind of lowered it down to 2. Sarafina and Sarabi. I'm now just trying to rack my brains to to see if either of them ring a bell, really. I'm going to ask the mob.
I'm going to ask the mob. All right, well, let's lock that one in for you. Let's see who of the mob it's going to pick. We have 2 human players. We have TJ Nayland that chose answer C, Nala, and we have Cetra that chose answer A, Sarabi. So we definitely know that the answer is not B, Sarafina. TJ Nayland and Cetra, you may wish to state your reasons as to why you gave your answers. And maybe this helps you out then, Tipster, if you're eliminating Nala as a possible. TJ Nayland saying, I recall Nala was a name in the movie, but I don't know.
Right, okay.
I mean, okay, fair enough. That would also align with your thinking, Tipster, if it is the love interest of Simba rather than Simba's mother. We're still yet to hear from Cetra. Well, Cetra says has to be right, can be trusted. ###. I guess that's
right, okay.
I guess that's Cetra's statement. Then not going to say much more than that. All right, well, so it's definitely A, Sarabi or C, Nala.
So by process of elimination, I'm going to go with A, Sarabi.
A, Sarabi. All right, lock it in then. That is a lock in. Is Sarabi the right answer? Yes, Sarabi is the right answer. And who got eliminated? Do we know at least one person that got eliminated? Espic, Clive, Insane Burb, Elmeister, and TJ Nayland all getting that one wrong. 5 human players and also 13 AIs that have never seen The Lion King or can recall the correct characters' names. That is now 2 helps down. We only have 1 help left, and we are near the halfway point. We're at 1 versus 57. 25,000 doots, and you're only 7 away from the halfway point, and definitely being able to see sneak peeks, or also 1 help away from being able to see sneak peeks. Let's go and ask you the question. Would you like to take 25,000 doots that you currently have, or would you like to take on the mob?
Well, I mean, I've still got my trust there, so I feel like I'm secure in at least 1 more question. So let's take on the mob.
Let's take on the mob. Okay, it is 1 versus 57. And the next question is, which of these Russian composers wrote The Flight of the Bumblebee? Was it Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov, Peter Ilyich Tchaikovsky, or Dmitri Shostakovich? Mob, please answer now. I know I'm probably not pronouncing those strictly correctly in the Russian language, but they are close enough to how I would pronounce them in UK. Okay, that's the mob locked in. Any ideas on this one, Tipster?
So I don't believe it's Tchaikovsky. It doesn't align with kind of his other works that I've heard. I have never heard of Shostakovich or Shostakovich.
I'm surprised. Yeah, Shostakovich. Yeah, okay. He is definitely a composer.
So I'm kind of torn between A and C, but I have heard the name Rimsky-Korsakov, and I've also heard Flight of the Bumblebee before, many times. So in this case, it's just a case of, do I go with my gut and go A, or do I go for the trust? Like, how confident am I in my gut, really?
Your gut versus your gut reaction to the mob answering. Which do you feel more confident in at this point?
It's part of me wants to play tactically and keep hold of the trust, because it is a very powerful help. especially with the group that we have here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go with my gut, and if it kicks me, it kicks me. So let's go for A, Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov.
All right, lock it in. Is Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov the correct answer? It is the right answer. Now, who got eliminated? Nato. Drahuska. It's Joshua getting that one wrong. Only 3 human players getting that one wrong. And we also have 7 AIs also getting that one wrong. So we are now into the second half of the game, 1 versus 47. And we still have quite a few human players still in. We have, as we go down, we have Farnham Ref, Harry, Ninja Warrior Boy, Cetra, Duplis, Kazvez, Random Zombie, Connor, Lupine, Steve, Score Count, Samster, Quetz, Ryan and Emsley, all still in play. Alright, 1 versus 47, Tipster, how are you feeling? Hello, Tipster.
Sorry, my housemate walked in.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling okay. I'm slightly kicking myself that well, no, I was right. So
You're right. Yeah.
I made the right play. Yeah.
You definitely made the right play. There's no kicking of yourself needed.
Exactly. So I mean, there's still quite a lot of humans out there. Still quite a lot of capable humans out there. So that trust is going to be very helpful.
Indeed.
So I mean, I'm gonna ask to see the next question before I make a decision. But I think I know what I'm gonna do already.
Alright, well, we do get to see a sneak peek anyway. Let's see the sneak peek, and let's see what you want to do. Which of these cities is not technically classified as a megacity? Which of these cities is not technically classified as a megacity? But we don't get to see the answers. So, I wonder what classifies as a megacity. Interesting. Would you like to take the 50,000 dupes that you currently have? Or do you want to risk it? Take on the mob. And if I said random zombie, I did mean to say Lupine 1. Sorry if I did say random zombie.
I would like to put my faith in the mob on this one and go for mob.
You gonna go for the mob?
Gonna go for the mob.
Alright. Going for the mob. Although random zombie is still in though. Hang on. No, wait. Random zombie and Lupine are both in. I'm messing it up. Both of you are still in. 1 versus 47. So, which of the following cities is not technically classified as a megacity? Is it the one with the window of the world, the one with the Hagia Sophia, or the one with the Apartheid Museum? Mob, please answer now. Yuck. The one with the window of the world, the one with the Hagia Sophia, or the one with the Apartheid Museum? Which is not technically classified as a megacity? Yuck, yuck, yuck. Right, Tipster, were you expecting that?
No, I really wasn't because, well, I think the question is hard enough as it is without the obscuring of the answers. But oh well. I mean, this is real head scratcher. The one with the window of the world. Oh, that could be so many places, and I'm not familiar with any of these landmarks. Hagia Sophia, I believe, is in a capital city of some description. My mind is actually just blanking right now. I'm going to have to trust. I'm going to have to trust because I haven't got the foggiest idea with this one, and I'm just going to hope the mob pulls me through.
Well, are you wanting to lock on trust the mob?
Indeed I am. Yeah.
Okay, well, fate is now sealed. I wonder how confident are the mob at this point, given how yucky that question was and how little time they had to think on it. I do have the factoid information that I can give in a moment, but regardless, let's find out what the mob picked. They went with the one with the Apartheid Museum. Is that not a megacity? That is the correct answer. It is not technically classified as a megacity. Well done, mob. Those not getting it in the mob, though, was Kazvez, Connor, Ryan, Cookie Monkey, Farnham Ref, and Random Zombie. That was 6 out of the human players that gave a wrong answer. Harry, Ninja, Cetra, Duplis, Lupine, Score Count, Samster, Quetz, and Emsley giving a right answer. So, for your information, a megacity is any city with a population of over 10 million. Window of the World is in Shenzhen, which is a population of 12.5 million. Hagia Sophia belongs to Istanbul, with a population of 15 million. And the Apartheid Museum is located in Johannesburg, which has a population of only around 5 million. And further to that, there are apparently roughly 33 megacities total in the world. Alright.
Right.
Well then.
I mean, I didn't even know what a megacity was or where half of those landmarks were, so, I mean, this is the best outcome, really.
It is indeed. I mean, you're now without help from this point onwards, which, well, it may be a bit of a hindrance depending on what question comes up next. It is 1 versus 23, so we're now already into the final quarter, surprisingly, with 100,000 doots on the line. Are you ready to see a sneak peek of your next question?
Yes, please.
Okay, here we go. Let's see what that question is.
Not video games. Not video games. Not video.
It's Broadway. In the Broadway musical Into the Woods, which character dies after being pushed into the hands of the giant and dropped from a great height? Now, would you like to take the 100,000 doots that you currently have? Or would you like to play against the mob of 23 with no helps remaining?
There's something in the back of my head with this one. I've filmed a production of Into the Woods before, but I can't precisely kind of pinpoint names. So I'm hoping that seeing the names will actually jog my memory on this one. I'm going to take on the mob.
You want to take the mob?
Taking on the mob.
Alright, going brave. Taking on the mob. It is 1 versus 23. Mob is scared. So, Into the Woods. Which character dies after being pushed into the hands of the giant? Was it the witch, the baker's wife, or the narrator? Mob, please answer now. In the Broadway musical Into the Woods, which character dies after being pushed into the hands of the giant and dropped from a great height? Was it the witch, the baker's wife, or the narrator? One of those is the right answer. You gotta thank Clive for this question. And that is the mob locked in. So, do any of those answers jog your memory in any way, Tipster?
Okay, it's I'm honestly just this is a head scratcher for me, because the thing is that I was hoping that there'd be some variation in the gender of the characters, because I know it was played by a woman, and I was hoping that would narrow it down for me. Now, unfortunately, this doesn't help. And I've got to choose something.
That you do. Worst case scenario, it is a 1 in 3 getting the right answer.
Yep, 33%. Right. Let's try and logic this out. What seems like the kind of thing that they would do plot-wise? After being pushed into the hands of the giant and dropped from a great height. So it's high. It's up in the air. It's I'm gonna go for the baker's wife.
What's your reasons for that?
I have no reasoning. I feel like the narrator is too meta for Into the Woods. I feel like the witch dies some other way. I'm purely going on like fragments here, and it's basically a pure guess at this point. So I'm locking in B, the baker's wife, and crossing my fingers, my toes, and anything else I can cross right now.
All right, good luck. B, the baker's wife, has been locked in. Is that the right answer? No, the right answer was C, the narrator.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, it was that meta. Okay.
It was indeed that meta. Let me try and find it on the Wikipedia page. I just noticed it. So, the baker, his wife, and Little Red find Cinderella's family and the steward, who reveal the castle was set upon by the giant. The witch brings news that the giant destroyed the village and the baker's house. The giantess, widow of the giant Jack killed, appears seeking revenge. As a sacrifice, the group offer up the narrator, who is killed. Jack's mother defends her son, angering the giantess, and the steward silences Jack's mother, inadvertently killing her. As the giantess leaves in search of Jack, Rapunzel is trampled. So there are some deaths, but the first one is the narrator, who's actually offered as a sacrifice of the group of characters. So there we go. Unfortunately, the wrong answer, and we do have another early departure. But the best performance we've had this evening so far. How do you feel, Tipster?
I feel I gave it my best, and I mean, if anything, we've tested that the rest of the extension works. So
that's definitely a good test. Yes,
something positive has definitely come from this.
Indeed.
And I wish best of luck to whoever gets the hot seat next, because it looks like it really is a hot seat tonight.
Here we have Score Count, Quest, Lupine, and Duplis could be the next one up in the hot seat this time. Let's see the XP standings as it currently is now. Yeah, Samster's still well in the lead on the XP with Score Count in second and Connor in third. I need to get around to starting Season 3 off and resetting all these XPs and things, because the numbers are wrong anyway in some cases. So yes, well, thank you very much for playing this evening, Tipster. Hope you had fun.
Oh yeah, it was fun as always. But looks like I've got to do some reading up on my musicals.
Thank you, Steve, for tuning in. Have a good night, and I'll try to enjoy my manic long weekend. All right, thank you, Tipster, and let us pick the next one. The next one is Quetz. Here we go, Mr. Quetzalcoatl of the Chase VGM. Would you like to play in voice, or would you like to play in chat? Bringing in the Australian division here. Voice, let's go. All right, well, click that link or join the appropriate channel, and I'll be able to, we'll get this game on the way.
Hello.
Hello there,
Hello.
Quetz. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, just sort of. This is sort of like is the calm before the storm that is this weekend coming up. Oh, thank you.
Oh, a little beep sound from the bot there.
Oh yes, that was a cheer from El Meister. Thank you very much for the cheer, and you got a bonus 5 there for using the special Subway bit icon. So yeah, those who don't know it's September on Twitch now. So I think it's any new subscription is like half off at the moment, and if you use the special sub bit cheer, then you get an extra 10% off of the cheer that you actually cheered. So September, for those that are interested in September, it's a thing. So you can get your your Bashers Doots for half price if you haven't subscribed before. So, yeah, score counts can clarify with chat while I just have a quick chat with Quetz. So yes, how you doing, Quetz?
Very good, very good.
I missed out on Chase VGM last week. Was it any good?
Yeah, we had. I think the composer kind of smashed the final chase as he has been lately. So, yeah, it was a good showing from the players, but composer was very strong last week. We got some new updates in the pipeline as well. I think a little
Ooh.
sample coming up this week, and then something big coming in the future. So, something to get excited about. Yeah.
Stuff to stay tuned with then, and have been more of the Silver Crew over as well.
Yeah, that's it. That was a big thing where I think it was Retro mentioned in the chat that the Silver Gunner. So I'm not sure if anyone's stumbled across the Silver Gunner mashup on YouTube before, where they mix up video game music with other, usually modern songs and stuff like that, and it's kind of like a trap. And yeah, their little group, the group of people that do those mashups, have kind of joined forces with us. So. Yeah, it was exciting to have a lot of them come and play.
Oh, so is it going to be more a case of that we're going to have some weird remix rounds or something like that then?
I'm not sure if we're going to be doing that, but I have a feeling we're going to have more competition in our mashup competitions in the future.
Oh, yes, we definitely will, yes. All right, well, got that to look forward to the Chase VGM tomorrow then. So, are you ready to play 1 versus 100, Quets?
Yes.
Alrighty, let's get this game underway. We start from the bottom once again with 1 versus 100. And the first question is... Traditionally, what colour are London buses? Is it A, black, B, red, or C, white? Mob, please answer now. Traditionally, what colour are London buses? Is it black, red, or white? Okay, that is the mob locked in. Although this is a UK-centric question, hopefully this is known the world over. What's he thinking, Quetz?
Definitely, like, the first thing I thought of was red before the questions come up. At least I know all the double-deckers are red. That's what I've seen in the movies as well, and I can't think of any other colour, so I'm going to lock in B, red.
Locking in B, red. Okay. Giving an Aussie UK-based question, that's just cruel, I know, for them. So, is red the right answer? A lot of undue tension, thank you RNG. Yes, red was the right answer indeed. Hopefully a fairly easy question. Let's see who got that one. Unfortunately, Ninja Warrior Boy, Uzumaki Pavel, Daisy, Don, and TJ Nayland getting that one wrong. Maybe there's some stragglers left in chat at the moment, possibly not answering. TJ Nayland was busy on another page. Unlucky. So that's 4 humans out and also 4 AI. So we're down to 92 mob members. Not enough to ask you the question yet. You still have 0 doots in the bank. Let's move on to question number 2. 1 versus 92. Question number 2 is... In the TV series Stranger Things, Millie Bobby Brown plays a character nicknamed what? Is it 12, 8, or 11? Mob, please answer now. In the TV series Stranger Things, Millie Bobby Brown plays a character nicknamed... Is it 12, 8, or 11? And I do not have an absolute clue because I have not seen a single episode of Stranger Things. There, I said it. Quetz, have you seen Stranger Things?
No, but fortunately, 2 weeks ago at a pub quiz, I was the scribe and this question came up, and I had to hand the paper to someone else who knew the answer, and they wrote down 11. And I still remember that. So literally the only thing I know about this show. So it couldn't have been a more convenient question for me because I literally know nothing else about it, except that there are children from the movie It that I'm looking forward to this weekend that would star in that show as well. But other than that, yeah, C11 is my answer.
Lock it in?
Yeah.
Okay, C11 No, this isn't the Stanley Parable. You don't say 8 all over and over again. This is Stranger Things. Was there a character called 11? Or nicknamed 11, I guess? Yes, indeed. Millie Bobby Brown was nicknamed 11. And Clive got that one wrong. Only human player to get that one wrong, as well as 6 AIs who has also not seen any Stranger Things. So you're up to 1,000 Doots Quets. Would you like to take the 1,000 Doots, or would you like to take on the mob of 85, and you still have all your helps intact?
Let's go with the mob.
Let's go with the mob. Let's keep it going. Question number 3 is... the names of how many of Snow White's 7 dwarfs end with a Y? Is it 5, 6, or 4? Mob, please answer now. The names of how many of Snow White's 7 dwarfs end with a Y? Is it 5, 6, or 4? That's the mob locked in. All right, Quets, let's start naming them off then.
Oh no. Okay. Snow White is one of the ones I haven't seen. It's kind of like one of those ones where you've seen a lot in like reference or like in passing, but not actually sat down and watched the entirety of it. I know that there is one called Doc, and I have a feeling that might be the only one that isn't, so my initial feeling is B. But the only other ones I can think of were Sleepy and Dopey. God, I'm useless on this one. Sleepy, Dopey. I think they all end with Y except for Doc, because it was such an odd one out. I mean, what else would it be? Sleepy, Dopey. God, I bet you there's some really obvious ones. Happy, maybe? I'm sure.
Well, we do have some helps if you're not particularly certain.
Actually, I might poll the mob on B. Be sure it's B, but I'm going to poll.
You want to poll on B? You certain on that?
Yes, please.
All right, we'll poll and we'll see how many of the mob chose B. So, 19 of the 85 remaining mob members chose answer B. I can say, though, it's a vast majority of the human players that gave this answer. Interestingly, so, of the human players that didn't give B6, we have Harry, Farnham, Lupine, Samster, Espic, and Catnip. Everybody else in the humans gave this answer, but not many AI gave this answer. So, don't know how that would help you, really, because there seems to be the majority of humans, but not a majority of AI.
Who would that be? There's got to be maybe there's one that's spelt differently. It ends with an E, like that.
Hashtag blame probably Samster, yeah.
that is like one of the most confusing poll the mobs. Because we're still early days, and the AI, I have a feeling, there would be some backing behind that one. Hang on.
Oh, he's having a
Bashful
thought.
is one of them. Isn't Bashful one? Okay, you obviously can't see. There's one called
I
Bashful,
can't say
isn't
anything.
there?
I can't say anything.
There's one called Bashful. Okay. All right. Let's go with A. I think it's Bashful and Doc. All right, I'm gonna go with that.
You want to lock in
pretty sure
A?
it's the only one of them. Suddenly Bashful came to my head. Yeah.
You want to lock in A5 as your answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Locking in A5, presuming that the other two that do not end in a Y are Bashful and Doc. Is that the right answer? A is the correct answer. So we have.
I can't believe I remember that.
So we have Dopey, Sneezy, Grumpy, Happy, and Sleepy are the 5 that end in a Y. Bashful and Doc are the 2 that do not. So
what were the regular ones again? Sorry.
Regular ones are Dopey, Sneezy,
Yep.
Grumpy, Happy, and Sleepy.
Okay. Yeah.
So there we go. You were right to, at the last moment there, remember that Bashful was indeed one of the 7 dwarfs. Unfortunately, it seems a lot of the human players fell for the trap of, oh, Doc. Obviously, Doc doesn't end in a Y. Obviously, that is the only one that ends in a Y, so I'm going to pick 6. So, yes, it's kind of a skewed question for the mob there, because they don't have much time to think. But that dems the breaks in this game, and we are now down to 1 versus 64. And we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 human players left in after all of that. Yeah, so we have 58 AI and 6 humans. That's crazy. Okay. That's a crazy distribution to have at this point in the game. You're up to 10,000 doots. Would you like to take the 10,000 doots that you currently have, or would you like to take on the mob of 64?
We'll take on the mob.
Okay. Let's see the next question for 1 versus 64. Halsey, a singer featured in Closer by the Chainsmokers, also featured in the song Boy With Love of which K-pop bands? Was it BTS, Blackpink, or EXO? Mob, please answer now. Halsey, featured in Closer by the Chainsmokers, also featured in which of these K-pop bands on the song Boy With Love? Is it BTS, Blackpink, or EXO, or EXO? Now, I was thinking this was going to be a Catnip question because it's talking about K-pop, but no, White Shadow wrote this question, so maybe this is a home advantage for Catnip. Any ideas, Quets? Do you follow your K-pop?
Sorry, sorry, I said that a bit too emphatically, but the Chainsmokers also featured. Okay, so I get tortured by this kind of music at my gym, and I seem to remember that the name of this band was BTS. I don't remember the name Blackpink. I'm pretty sure they won an award as well for their music video, because that was also on the screen. I don't know what BTS even stands for. EXO. Yeah, I think it's. I have a feeling that it's BTS, but I really don't know. I don't know much about it, so I'm going to trust the mob on this one.
There are only a few human players to trust in the mob. Are you sure you want to do that?
Oh, it defaults to the humans, doesn't it?
Only trusts the remaining human players if there are still human players in play.
Okay, then I might ask the mob instead.
Thought I'd just put that out there just in case, because the distribution is wildly in the favour of the AI.
It is, yeah. I was hoping that I would default in through the massive AIs. Yeah.
If there weren't any human players at all, then yes, it would default to AI's most popular. But since there are still human players, it will do humans only. So we're going to go for Ask the Mob. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Going to Ask the Mob, which will also prefer to pick humans if it can. But if it can't, it will try and fill with AIs as well. Let's see who it picks. Well, we have Catnip chose answer A and Espic chose answer C. So we definitely know it's not B, Blackpink. And I did say earlier that Catnip does have a sort of K-pop home advantage. So, Catnip, why did you give the answer of BTS? And Espic, why did you give the answer of EXO or EXO? Catnip went, I mean, do I even need to explain why my K-pop related answer should be correct? Keep humming the song. And Espic didn't have an idea. EXO or EXO sounded the most like a K-pop band name. So, there's your reasoning why. Does that help you at all, Quets?
Yeah, my hunch was BTS because I'm pretty sure I saw them get an award recently. I'd be interested to know if I'm actually right on that. I think it was the VMA award for international music video or something like that. And yeah, I'll go with Catnip's answer, which was A.
Lock in A, BTS?
Yep.
Okay. Let's do that then. Going with Catnip on this one. Is A, BTS the correct answer? It is the right answer. Now let's see. Would it have been good to trust the mob on this question or not? Lupin and Espic got that wrong in the humans. It would have still just been okay to trust the mob on that one because the remaining majority did get the right answer. We now have left exactly half of the mob. We're at 1 versus 50, and we still have Farnham Ref, Harry, Catnip, and Samster in the human players. So 4 human players and 46 AI players remaining in play. And we are exactly at the halfway point at 50,000 doots. So from this point onwards, we do get to see sneak peeks of all the questions.
Cool.
Are you ready to see the sneak peek of the next question?
I am.
Okay. Let's see. You still have 1 help left. You still have the trust. Let's see what the question is. Michelangelo's painting, The Last Judgment, covers which part of the Sistine Chapel? Which part? Now, would you like to take the 50,000 doots that you currently have, or would you like to take on the mob of 50?
I'll take on the mob, please.
Taking on the mob. All right. It is indeed 1 versus 50. Puzzle Dan smells a trap, though. Let's see what kind of answers come up. Is it the ceiling, the floor, or the wall? Mark, please answer now. No trap there from what I can tell. Michelangelo's painting, The Last Judgment, covers which part of the Sistine Chapel? Is it the ceiling, the floor, or the wall? And that's the mob locked in. Any ideas on this one, Quetz?
I know that the first thing I thought of before it came up was ceiling. That's mainly because in the epic rap battle between the artists and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Michelangelo is painting. I'm pretty sure he starts off painting on the ceiling, and he drops down, and he says a line about, "This is your last judgment, trust me." Or so that was the line or something. He was like making a pun on the painting that he was hopefully just doing on the ceiling. That's the better. There's no kind of academic reasoning behind this at all. I know that he definitely painted something impressive on the ceiling. Was it the Last Judgment, or was it the one where like Adam and God are touching fingers? That's the one that I'm thinking. I don't know if that one's called the Last Judgment. I don't think it would be. Last Judgment. I haven't heard of anything. I don't know about floor. Wouldn't you just walk all over it all the time? It doesn't seem like it would be a good idea to put a painting on the floor. Last Judgment. Michelangelo's Last Judgment. Okay. Don't think it's a trick question. I don't know how common knowledge this is either. You know how like it seems easy, but you don't know. Last Judgment. What else was the other one? I think it's. I think this might be one of the last opportunities for me to really trust the mob because the player base is dwindling so much. So I might go with trust the mob on this one, and we can all fail together if we all pick ceiling. Because I'm going to pick ceiling. Oh no, but if I'm going to pick ceiling and I think they've picked ceiling anyway, then what's the point, I guess? Yeah, just lock in a ceiling. I can't think of anything else.
You want me to lock in a ceiling as your answer?
Yeah, go ceiling. I'm pretty sure he painted the ceiling. Epic rap battles don't fail me now.
Oh, what a feeling when you're dancing on the ceiling. Is it the right answer? No, the correct answer was wall. So what you were talking about there with the touching fingers thing, the creation of Adam, that one is on the ceiling.
Yes.
Last Judgment, no, it's a fresco covering the whole altar wall of the Sistine Chapel in the Vatican City. It's not on the ceiling at all, it is on the altar wall. Although he did, of course, paint the entirety of the Sistine Chapel ceiling, this one does not feature on the ceiling. Oh, dearie me. Well, another elimination there again. Hard luck, Quetz. How do you feel?
I feel like even if there was a hint, I mean, having a look, there's only 2 people left, so it would have been a coin flip probably at that point. And even if I had somehow been given the answer, like had a 50-50 between ceiling and something else and the wall, I still would have probably gone for ceiling anyway. So I think I was doomed.
Yeah, as Elias says, a trust would have worked in that scenario because although it may have been a possible 50-50 flip, in those cases it still gives you the benefit of the doubt and never would lock you in on a wrong answer if it was tied on a correct answer possible. So a trust in that situation would have kept you in by the skin of your teeth, but alas, you went with your gut. And unfortunately, the gut was wrong this time round. Hard luck. But hope you had fun.
I did, as always. Thanks very much for having me.
No problem. Thank you very much. Samster or Harry is the next one. Who's it going to be? Random Zombie, can I co-host this one? Yeah, why not, Random Zombie? Get yourself in here. Not today, team. Oh, unfortunate Quets, but better luck next time. All right, let's get Random Zombie in here. Hello, Random Zombie.
Claire, how is everyone in Streamland?
How is everyone in Streamland? Let's see. Can you hear Mr. Random Zombie all right? Well, we've got a quest, so I think Lupine can hear you at least. Foxider says yes, so yeah. I think we can hear you. All right.
I think it.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's a yes.
Yep, I think it's a yes. All right. All right. So you want to do some co-hosting, do you then?
Yes.
What would you like to do? Do you want to do question reading? Do you want to do factoid checking? What kind of thing do you want to do?
Question reading, preferably.
You want to do the question reading? Alrighty then. Let's get you to do that then. Let's pick the next one. Samster, get yourself in here.
With that smirk grin, come on down, Samster. You are the next one on 1 versus 100 plate one.
All right, Samster. Play in either voice or chat, whichever you would like to do. Samster will defer. All right.
Okay.
Interesting.
So he's pitching in another. So we've got a random one here.
A random one from one, but it's probably going to pick from anyone because I think that's what's going to happen at the moment. I can't remember if I fixed this bug or not, so we shall see what happens. But we'll pick a new one then. Very kind of you to defer though, Samster. Let's see who it actually picks this time. Dupless Force has been picked.
Dupless, come on down. You are the next contestant on 1 versus 100. I was keen to do that even though it's a fun.
So, Dupless, obviously the choice again, you would like to play in voice or in chat, up to you. Dupless is going to play in chat. Alrighty then, I'll hand over all the hosting duties on to you then, Random Zombie.
Alright then, it is 1 versus 100.
Button.
Okay, question 1. What is normally stored in an arsenal? Is it wheat, weapons, or wool? Mob, please answer now.
See if we can get whiskers in the time being. Since I don't have anything to do now other than just watch everything.
Alright, Mob has locked in. Dupless, please pick your answer. Dupless is pretty confident that it's B. Let's E. Apparently, it likes to run to that attention. There it is. Right answer. Okay, let's see how many people got that one wrong. We've lost quite a few humans there. We've lost Puzzle Dan, Quet, Daisy, Connor, Boomsy, and Ninja Warrior. All out on that one. That's a surprising amount of human players. You guys all okay?
I hope so. Only had the one AI got eliminated. But...
Yeah, I did not think that one would be too hard. But anyway, it's 1 versus 93. Question 2. An ornithologist would likely be most interested in which of these animals? A raven, an ant, or a carp? Mob, please answer now. Why did it pick Duplic's question?
Because it's probably not downloaded the latest author information. That's probably why. That's my bad. It's not downloading the latest author information. Duplis is a recent author, so I need to update that. Yeah. So, Duplis, you have a slight advantage on this question.
Well, Duplis, do you know this answer?
Let's see if we can move this webcam a bit. See if we can get whiskers in. Oh, don't press that though.
He's locked in Raven.
Is this all
Let's see if that is indeed correct. There we go! It is indeed a raven! Let's see how many humans got that one wrong. A lot of AIs did not know that one. Also, Drahusta, Elmster, Espic, and Tingyland all got that one wrong for a total of 18. That means you are on 1 versus 75. There's 5,000 dudes up there. So, do you want the money or do you want the mob? Duplis has taken on the mop. Here we go. Question 3. 1 versus 75. Which of these is the name of a mountain? U2, K2, RG2. Mark, please answer.
These answers. Farnham. Stop with these hilarious answers. This is up there with Apple.
Alright, Duplis, what do you think? What do you think? YouTube is a band. Dude, so you're saying it's B? I mean, they could be named after those things. Let's see if you're right in saying it's K2. Yeah, it was K2.
And apparently the fourth option was CO2.
Yeah, apparently. Anyway, let's see who got that one wrong. No humans, 7 AI. That does move you up one on the money level. One on the money ladder, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, for 10,000 dudes, here's mob me question. Do you want the money or the mob? Ain't giving up yet.
That intense stare from Whiskers.
Whiskers judges you if you get this next question wrong. Pull the lever trunk and tell me the name of a singer and actress who voiced Yzma in the 2000 Disney film The Emperor's New Groove. For Kill, Donna Summer, Aretha Franklin. Mob, please answer now.
Pull the lever.
Pull the lever, trunk. But will he pull the right lever, Duplis? You get to answer the question.
There, Whiskers. That's the microphone.
Bye, Quet.
Thank you very much for playing, Quets.
Dupless, not entirely sure here. Well, you do have 3 helps. You can ask Pole or Trust more.
Still the microphone, Whiskers.
Okay, Dupless, you can poll. Pick a answer A, B, or C, and we will see how many mob members answered that. B. 5 remaining mob members picked that. Of note, Harry and
Emsley.
I don't know who Emsley picked from the humans. 3 AIs picked. So interesting question in that regard, but I probably wouldn't go for it.
Yeah, I think she needs dreamies as well, but I think the dreamies are downstairs at
Yeah.
the moment. So,
Yeah, I think we can get this
hang on.
down speed.
One moment then. Let me see if I can go and get the dreamies. Whiskers might end
I'm
up following me.
Saying what
Yeah,
people
she
are
is.
saying, by the way. Whiskers is apparently being evil today. I don't know why. But Dupless, it's up to you. Still 2 helps left. You really don't think it was Aretha Franklin, so you're going for kill? Hey, locked in. Locked it in. Let's see if that is indeed the correct answer. Wrapping up attention. It is indeed the correct answer. Sadly, this person is no longer with us. Let's see how many people have pulled the run level. We know at least 5. Ainsley, Farnham, Straw, Tazzy, Lupin, Harry. We're not enough to even get sneak peeks, but you are at the 25,000 dupe level. Yeah, 2 away from 50. Here's the mob me question. Do you want the money
Hang on, I need
or
to
the
press the
mob?
T button, don't I? I actually have to do something. Sorry, I'm feeling Whiskers. One job, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it is the mob. So let's see what we have. 1 versus 52. So close to living on a prayer. What item of clothing is mentioned in the song title Blank Weather by the Neighborhood? Bikini, sweater, shorts. Mob, please answer now.
Oh, good night, Harry. Thank you very much for playing. Whiskers, use your eyes. Use your eyes.
Okay, Dupless.
That's
You may now
right.
answer
Now.
this question. Any thought?
Oi.
Virtual Polygon apparently thinks the answer is tuxedo. Oh! Yes, that would help hearing it the other day.
Tuxedo weather.
Yes. That's answer D apparently.
Use your eyes, Whiskers. That's my finger again.
Okay. And I'm also fairly confident it's weather weather. That just sounds the best. Windy weather from Samster. That's answer E.
One more Whiskers and then that's enough, okay?
You still have 2 helps, but it sounds like you don't need them. He's locked in B.
That's it now, Whiskers, no more.
Let's see if I do a Jeremy Clarkson. That is the right answer.
It is.
That is not a Jeremy Clarkson because it would be the wrong answer. So let's see who got knocked out. a lot.
Ooh.
Your human 11 AIs. Just waiting for my stream to catch up. Fox, Natter, Clive, Burb. You are on the 75,000 dudes level. You can sneak peek because you're past living on the prayer stage. Let's see your sneak peek.
Oh man.
Hang on a sec. Which one of these is not one of the 5 platonic solids? Which one of these is not one of the 5 platonic solids? Decision time. Do you want to take the money? Yes, make sure to read this question thoroughly. It said no.
I think Whiskers is happy that Random Zombies co-hosting at the moment because she's just been fed some dreaming.
I'm fairly certain this is my question again. Oh dear, that might be a problem.
Oh seriously? Well, we still haven't
hashtag
implemented
red.
the skip. Sorry. Well, if that is the case, you can always give the answer out if you want to make it a level playing field. That's entirely on you if you want to do that.
Yeah, do you want to do that?
It will throw the question away, obviously, which is a bit irritating, but hey ho.
Yeah, I'll be fair and give it out. Samster does not want you to do that though. Because that would be no fun. Mom,
Yeah,
let's
give the
see
answer
if
out
it is
now,
indeed your
then.
question. 51 versus 37.
You have to give the answer out.
Here's
now,
the question then. Which one of these is not one of the 5 platonic solids? Octahedron, tetrahedron, decahedron. Mob, please answer.
There you go. I need to change the camera back. So.
Okay. Alright, Dupless, you may answer the question. Dupless? Yeah, it's the...
In before
said it was
everyone gets
the-
eliminated.
Yeah. That would be hilarious if that happened. I don't think that would be the case. There we go, it's right. Let's see how many
Really?
more members got that one wrong. I'm imagining not a lot.
Oh my god, AI, seriously.
AIs apparently don't know platonic solids. You are one away from 250,000 dudes. You've got 2 helps left. Trust and ask. Let's see the next question. Here is that question. Which yokai is often depicted as a one-legged umbrella?
Hashtag what even is Yukai?
It's pronounced yokai.
Well, I figured it's probably Japanese, so it's actually a long O. So yeah, Yokai, yeah.
What do you want to do here? 2 helps, ask and trust. Have 2 helps.
It's all fake money.
Might well go for it. Bomb! Let's see. It's 1 versus 21. Well, let's see that question again.
Gotta thank
Which
Clive for
yokai
this
is
one.
often depicted as a one-legged umbrella? Tessa Okabe, Tushin Nico, Bayaniko. Mob, please answer now. I'm sorry if I mucked up pronunciation, I do not know Japanese.
To be Kasa Obake, Tsuchinoko, and Bakeneko. You know, slightly more
Yeah.
Japanese accent.
Yeah.
Bake, not Bake, not Baka. Definitely different words.
Yeah.
And not bake.
Baka is very,
Bake
very
Neko.
different.
Cook the cat. No, don't do that.
It's not like I wanted you to reference it, Baka. Duplis. I had no idea before the answers were given. Hashtag definitely blame Clive from Cetra. And I'm learning Japanese, and I know Casa is umbrella. Okay. So you think... So is that what you're leaning towards? You still have 2 helps. Hashtag always blame Clive. I mean... So I'm actually confident it would be that. Okay. He's locked it. He's going for it. He's locked in A.
Go for a lock-in. Wow.
Let's see if that is the right answer. And that is right! Very quick for that one. No tension in there. Cetra of the humans gone. Only one gone. 14 humans left. Elias, Cat, Samstar, and I think that's virtual.
Of the eliminated, virtual is still in. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elias, Catnip, and virtual Samstar are still in the human players.
So we've got 10 AIs, 4 humans, 2 helps. Pretty good position as
Very
it's 1
good
versus
position.
14. But let's see the next question and see what you want to do.
What is Tsuchinoko? So that literally translates to child of hammer or child of dirt, and it's a snake-like creature. That's what Tsuchinoko is. Also up there, Bakaneko is a cat,
Bakaneko
but you would think
is a
that would
cat.
be Neko. But yes, Yokai is indeed depicted as a one-legged umbrella, and just as you do. All right, let's move on.
Let's move on to the next question. Let's see it. Samster with a streak of 12. Here's the question. Who was president when British forces burned down the White House in the War of 1812?
Yuck.
Money or mob?
Okay.
Should. Doesn't mean you do. Okay, let's... This is one of those trick questions.
Could be tricky. Could be a tricksy question.
Yeah. You think you have an idea, but you're worried it's crap. I mean, you've still got 2 helps.
Yes, it does still have 2 helps.
Follow the scene. Mob! 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 Mob!
Come on, encourage him in chat. He's going for it.
And there we do it. It is 1 versus 14. Here is the question once again. Who was president when the British forces burned down the White House in the War of 1812? The one who married Dolly Payne, the one who married Lucy Webb, the one who married Barbara Pierce. Mob, please answer now.
Yuck.
Duplis? You can answer this question. Only 2 need to get it right for trust, because it would automatically lock you into the right answer there. But you still have your... Bedroom. Okay, he's asking. Let's see who it is picking from the mob. Samster and Catnip.
Ooh.
Who picked A and C respectively. If you picked B, I'm afraid your journey ends here. Okay. Right, please. Alright, Samster, Catnip. Why did you go for A and C respectively? I picked A because it was the first answer that popped up. Okay, fair enough.
That's a reason, I guess.
It is a reason. He doesn't have to tell the truth about it though.
Indeed.
Catnip. Complete guess with me trying to apply some logic to it. Lucy Webb sounded like a slightly more modern name in those times. Yes, but Lucy Webb is out, so we're basically just flipping. And slightly with that, Dolly Payne. Yeah, I can kind of see that. I'm not gonna say any more though. Toothless, it's down to you.
So yeah, she was eliminating those because they were sounding too modern. So, out of process of elimination, they thought that C was the right answer because it was not as modern a name. So, yeah,
No idea.
Difficult one.
Gonna
Difficult
be
one.
completely honest with you, neither do I. So let's see what Toothless thinks.
Does not help Farnham. Doesn't help at all.
Yep. You think Monroe wasn't president in 1812, but that could be totally wrong. Farnham, that is a. I mean, we already knew that, so that really doesn't help, like, at all.
It's one of those stats that, yeah, it's a stat. That's the RNG, Elias. That's the RNG.
Yes, Jesus was not kind to you. Pretty quizzes left in the mob, so I think I'll leave it in their hands.
Oh, is this going to be a trust?
So
It is.
It is a trust. Let's see what you have to go with the mob's human players' most popular answer. Well, let's see what it is.
Let's see what happens.
If they pick B, let's see. Did they both pick B? No, they picked A. But is that right? And if it is, no tension.
Ruined the tension there, yeah.
Cat ripped.
Oh,
And we knocked out.
wow.
Obviously, we knocked out Catnip, but Virtual also gone. We have both Sam and Elias of the human players still in play, and 4 AIs. You've got 500,000 at the moment, 6 away from 1 million. Virtual apparently went B, so it was a 2-1-1 split. Here's a sneak peek. Getting into a traffic dock in Los Angeles can be really frustrating. If you decide to take the metro system to get around the city instead, what contactless smart card should you bring to pay? But there, I think that's how it's supposed to be. 500,000 dukes could be yours, but only 6 away.
Well, if you know your contactless payment
WTF,
systems in
money.
LA, then go for it.
Absolutely no idea here. No helps to get you out, but 1 out of 3 chance of a potential 1 million dukes.
Will this be the first walk?
Or are you gonna walk away? You're gonna take the money and run? He's done it! 500,000! Well done! Well played. Very well played indeed. Let's see those mob elimination stats orders in a little bit more detail. As we can see, Virtual the Virtual got into the top 10, but Catnip didn't. Rip Cat Rip. Elias first apparently, but that's just random, so yeah. Wow.
Well, Samson deferred earlier, so technically it should probably pick Elias next, but I don't know if we have the questions to support that, given Elias might be... Oh no, it only eliminates on authoring. It doesn't eliminate on proofing, so it'll probably still allow him to play, but he's probably seen loads of questions, so it's probably not going to be fair. We'll
cross that bridge when we get to it. Let's see.
When we get there, indeed. Oh, good. Then there's plenty of questions. It is also nearly at 10 p.m. score count, but I'm not too concerned about ending at 10 on the Wednesday streams. I can run for a bit longer, so I guess we can go for one more. Okay. Do you want to still continue doing some hosting stuff, Random Zombie?
Yes, if you don't mind.
Alrighty, I'll do one more then, and it has picked the panda.
Panda, do you wish to play?
Now the problem is I do not know. Alright, so it's going to play but restricted to chat. Okie dokie. So this, yeah, we'll see how this goes because Elias has probably seen a lot of questions. But who knows? Maybe there'll be some odd questions here and there that he hasn't seen. Can you check to make sure that we aren't going to question out? I can't check that at the moment, Elias. If it does question out, then it'll reset all of the questions. So what I'm going to do as a preventative measure, I can't check now, but at least I can do a preventative measure whereby I copy the data file now, and then if things were to go wrong, then I can reinstate the questions that were actually used. So let me quickly do that. 1 versus 100. Dupe questions. Okay, I'm not pressing that shortcut ever again.
Okay.
This is the problem when you. I'm not pressing that shortcut ever again. Jesus Christ, that just scared the hell out of me. So.
Welcome to coding. It's fun with a capital F.
So I just did the shortcut of Control and D, which in Unity does a lot of other stuff like duplicate, but in Windows Explorer that does delete. Luckily, I can undo that delete. It wasn't a forceful delete, so it's still there. Luckily, but it freaking scared me when things just disappeared when I did Control and D for doing a duplicate. So I'm not going to do that ever again. So Elias, I guess you're ready to play. Let's get going.
Let's get going. One bit. Here's the question. The name of which animal is used to mean the act of eating greedily? A wombat, a wolf, or a weasel? Mob, please answer now.
I almost thought it was going to have panda up there one moment then.
Okay, Elias. What are you thinking here?
Fat panda knows how to win.
B. He's gone for B.
Hungry like the wolf.
See, is that the right answer? It is indeed. Let's see how many people got that one wrong. Five humans, 2 AIs, total of 7. We lost Ninja, Pavel, Daisy, Connor, and Jordan. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. We also lost at least 48 and 26 in AIs. Okay, let's see the next question, because you don't have enough of the monthly question. It's 1 versus 93. Right, what is the question? How many countries are there on the African continent? Per UN website listing number of states, 54, 44, 34. It ends in 4. Mob, please answer.
It's always good to know that it ends in a 4.
Indeed. Okay, Elise, you can answer. How many countries are there on the African continent per UN website listing member states?
For those that watch the old US version of Whose Line Is It Anyway would know that there's at least one African country the country of Africa, which is also known as a continent. Bonus point if anyone knows that reference.
I'm surprised no one put 1.
Ooh.
Okay, he is going to poll A. 75 picked A as the right answer. Notably, Farnham, Puzzledan, Catnip. A lot of humans did not pick A, but a lot of AIs did. Puzzledan, Azavis, Catnip, Burb, and Virtual, and Eames, and Espic all did not pick that. But a lot of AIs did. I feel good about that answer now. I honestly don't know why you do. Anyway, let's do A. Let's see what it is. Is that the right answer? Either we got a massacre or A is right. It's not going to be a massacre just yet. Well, it is going to be in human play terms, because that was a lot of humans coming out. That's a quick count on the total. 10 of them. Cat, Dan, Espic, Elm, Kazis, Polygon, Farnham, Ames, Fox, and Burb, to name them. Unfortunately, you did not get that one right. So, 2 questions down, already a quarter of the way through the mob, for 5,000 boots. Mob need time, manual mob.
Alright, catch you later, Insane Burb.
He has to allow Sam to stay. Okay then, fair enough. 1 versus 75. Michael Larson famously won $110, $237 on which game show? Price is Right, Wheel of Fortune, Press Your Luck. Mob, please answer now.
I know exactly why JSAC has written this question.
Say, Elias, please answer the question. You've already locked in one. 51 spins. Press your luck.
It was a few spins, wasn't it? I think.
Yep. Shouldn't that word be worded as infamously, apparently, according to Farnham.
It's one of those English words that you can say either way.
A little bit of Fenton. C is right. Let's see how many people went on that question. A lot of AIs apparently do not know Press Your Luck, but because other remaining humans, none got that wrong. 12 AIs. 63 left. 10,000 dudes. Up. You've got... It should be choose instead. it could be, but... Let's see. Elias, do you want to press your luck? Or manual mob?
So the reason that JSAC wrote that question is because he is a subscriber to Big John, and Big John does Press Your Luck quite a bit on his streams. So
Mob.
So yeah, there's some sort of commonality there.
Let's see the question. Here it is.
Ooh.
In which London 2012 Olympic event were 8 players disqualified for attempting to matchups? Marathon, judo, badminton. Mob, please answer now.
Ooh. Okay, I think I know.
We do have a factoid, lovely factoid assistant. Once.
Thanks! Lovely factoids assistant.
Elias, you may not answer with him. Okay. So we have a locked in. See, badminton, because you were thinking they were trying to throw margin to victory to manipulate who played in the later stages. And it is indeed C badminton. Let's see who got that one wrong. A lot of... Oh, we lost Lupine on that one. Refuster Clive. We are just past the living on a prayer bit, where now you get to see the lovely sneak peeks. Now, lovely assistant,
Yes.
tell us the information, although I think Elias already did that.
He pretty much described it. Yes. So the doubles teams from China, South Korea, and Indonesia, they were all disqualified for not using one's best efforts to win, after they were sort of deliberately trying to lose group stage matches to get them a better matchup in the knockout stages of the badminton tournaments. So yeah, that was the answer there.
Smart strategy, not better than the Olympics. Well, let's see a sneak peek.
All right. Thank you very much for playing, Puzzle Dan.
Here is that sneak peek. Which of these movies starred both Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock? Which of these movies starred both Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock? 50,000 could be yours, or you could take Bob off.
Oh, I know what Battle VS Viewers is now. Oh, I'm an idiot. I know exactly what that bot is. I'll describe it later.
Elliot on the mob, 49 people were left in. Let's see the question again. Which of these movies starred both Keanu Reeves and Sweet November, The Lake House, or Speed 2? Mob, please answer now.
Must have starred both Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock in the same movie.
Hashtag RTFU. Okay, Elias. Okay, you apparently. So that's one of the two ruled out. Apparently, because Reeves was apparently not in Speed 2. So, of the remaining two, what are you thinking? Okay, he is asking the mob. Let's hope saying that he knows it's not Speed 2 is not going to come up and bite him in the behind. Oh, no, Secretary C and Secretary B. Well, it is all centering out of that. Sector, what do you think? And Samster, why did he do?
Dang it, Samster! Oh.
I know for a fact that Tuna wasn't in Speed 2, wasn't sure on the other two, so it was a 50-50 guess. Well, I'm pretty sure it's not A at the moment. Sector, any reason why you picked C? Well, I might have stated my reasoning above, totally not into movies. Elias, you may now answer the question.
Oh, is he 55 today? Oh, happy birthday to Keanu Reeves. And all that.
Hit the double five. Later. Were you both completely wrong, though? Possible, let's find out. No, you weren't. That is indeed the right answer. Fun fact, it is a remake of a Korean movie. Ooh, you knocked out 2 humans in that, Zetra and Duplicus. So if you trusted, you would have been out. So
Potentially, if they gave the same answer, yeah.
Yeah. You've got trust left, which means trust the mob, which is now trust the Sam.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see a sneak peek of the next one. Yes, it is indeed you and your arch rival, apparently, Sam. Oh, Duplicus said C, so you would have been out. Alright, let's see what the question. For which of these roles was John Travolta not nominated for the Best Actor Oscar? I'm going to put this in chat because people did not heed it last time.
Captain got there first.
Yeah. Message down to Pete Price. LAS. Sending by well done to the lens. 136. Here is the question once more. For which of these roles was Travolta not nominated for the Best Actor Oscar? Tony Maria, Danny Zuko, Vincent Vega. Marva, please answer now. For which of these roles was John Travolta not nominated for Best Actor role? Tony Romero, Danny Zuko, Vincent Vega. Okay, Elias, any ideas?
Having to think about it.
Yeah, I would do. Vito was. I'm pretty sure Tony was as well. So you think it's B then? You can't trust the. I don't think Danny got.
Go down with the sinking ship.
Unknown. I kind of want to trust, but I feel confident enough to take the lead here. So you're walking in B then. Let's see if that is indeed the right answer. Yes, it is. Right, let's see if Hamster got knocked out. It was his question.
Oh.
He didn't, but tons of AIs, apparently not fans of John Travolta. 21 gone. You have skyrocketed up to 250,000 boots. Sam's still in play. 1 versus 15. For those trivia nuts out there, this was the point at which the only US millionaire on 1 versus 100 got their million from.
Indeed, but that was also against a mob full of women, from what I remember.
Yep. AI is apparently not fans of John Travolta. Let's see the next question.
Be interesting if it was exactly the same question. Nope.
Nope. Here is the question. Which team name is shared by a professional hockey team from Florida and a professional American football team from North Carolina?
Ooh. Oh, he's straight in there.
Hey. Oh, straight in there. Straight in there.
Good luck, Samster.
Best of luck, Samster. Once again, which team name is shared by a professional hockey team from Florida and a professional American football team from North Carolina? Marlins, Giants, Panthers.
Oh.
Hashtag what even is possible? Well, please on.
Oh, it's a good one. I would have gotten stumped on this one.
Thankfully, no one else will host on this one. You've just got Trust Sam. Alice, down to you. Who else the hosts at this point in time? It is you have gone for Panthers, but are they? Is that the right answer? Yes, it is. Let's see how many people got knocked out in terms of. I think Sam got that one right as well. Yeah, 1 versus 8. You are 8 people away from 1 million dupes. You've got Trust the Sam left, which is a very powerful lifeline. Let's see for help. Let's see the next question. Here is that question. Which Jackson was not a member of the Jackson 5? Mob or money, Ellis?
Interesting question.
Mob.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm seeing this as a trap question, possibly. Oh, but it is Alice's question though. Ah, dang it.
Which Jackson was not a member of Jackson 5? Janet.
Why is it asking for Elias's question? They shouldn't be doing this.
Hashtag blame Clive.
Apparently it's yours, Elias. Apparently it's yours.
Do you remember the answer to this?
Let me have a look. What's going on? Yeah, this is yours. This is definitely yours.
So, Elias, do you remember the right answer to this?
You wrote this one 28 days ago, apparently.
Sam, can I let to answer or not answer that question? Preferably not, but, you know. Well, I see 2 names on there. So it's Janet. You've opted in. Is that the right answer? A, B, C, A, Z, S, 1, 2, 3. That is indeed the right answer. Let's see how many people got that one wrong. Just 2 AIs. Trust the Sam would have worked. Let's see the next question.
More questions.
Will it be a complete thriller for the question? Okay. Who is the current executive producer of The Price is Right? Money or Mob?
Yuck, this question.
This is an interesting question. Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's gone for the Mob.
Oh, no. This will be the US version. Yes, this is the US version. Oh, it's
Who is the
this
current executive
question.
producer of Prices? Alright. The host with GCN's for Chase, the host for GCN's Divided, the host for GCN's Pointless. Mob, please answer now.
GSN stands for Game Show Network over in the States. If you do not know that.
Okay, Elias. Bit of a toughie. What do you think?
It's definitely easier for the US folk, not at all easy for the UK folk.
Okay, you know it's not the GCN chase shows. Now, if Sam's followed through, that means he would be out. So trust isn't an option. You're not trusting the Sam. In that case, I'd say. You don't remember Pointless? So, you're locking in B then? Is that right? I've got a feeling it is.
It is.
And I was right to say that. Let's see how many people got that one wrong. You're down to 1 versus 2 AIs. Sam is gone.
So information about
Well
Pointless
played, Sam.
Pointless GSN, yeah, apparently was commissioned in 2017, and it is believed that a series has been recorded, but there's no cast information available, and as of March 2019, no episodes have been aired either. Divided, yeah, that one is presented by Mike Richards. For your information, didn't know the name of that. So there we go. And it is 1 versus 2, and Sam's out.
Rip Samster. Rip the Sam. You've got your trust, but it's 1 versus 2 AIs, Fudge.
Yep. Well, let's have a look at the sneak peek.
Let's see what it is.
Ooh.
Into how many sections was a historical region of Gaul divided? Money or mob? 500k. 1 in 3 chance of $1 million.
Go for money or mob. I mean, you are past Samster now, but we're at 1 versus 2.
1
The trust can still work if one of them answers correctly, but if both of them answer incorrectly, then that is going to be a fail. And incorrectly, the same answer. Just to add on that one.
Virtual saying go for it.
Here we go.
Yeah. Let's see. 4 or nothing. Let's see what these mob members pick. Into how many sections was a historical region of Gaul divided? A green's neutral points point value, a brown's neutral point value, or yellow's neutral point value. Please answer now.
We've gone back full circle. More snooker, everybody.
Yeah.
How well will the AI this time know about snooker? They're gonna be snookering you tonight. Can the panda get his big break? Indeed.
Indeed.
The historical region of
good show. Anyway, Elias. So it's
it was a good show. It's not dated.
You're going down the middle here. You're going for A. Is that right?
Is green right? Oh, it is!
So,
Oh!
are we losing both mob members?
Yes, we are!
Yes! You are a millionaire! Congratulations! That is GG!
Look at that. So Gaul was divided
Can you-
into Gallia
No, you
Celtica,
can't take the mob as is.
Belgica.
There's no mob left to take. They've all gone home. They have all, it's more ceased to be. They have gone to meet their maker. I'm going to stop this Monty Python reference right now.
So the three regions that Gaul was divided into was Gallia Celtica, Belgica, and Aquitania. For those playing along at home and wanted to know the three regions. But yes, 3 green is the right answer. And Panda, you win the million. Congratulations. One more game. It's now 10:30. I need to sort stuff out for tomorrow, which means I have to sort stuff out for Friday and Saturday and Sunday and Monday. So I think now I am going to call it there. But thank you very much, everybody, for playing along. Thank you very much to my co-host this evening, Random Zombie. I hope you had fun.
I did, thank you.
Brilliant.
And
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you. And you, Elias, as well. Thank you for all the players. Yeah, I will need the best of luck with the gigs. I will try and get some stuff posted on my Discord of the madness that ensues this weekend. And if I can get around to doing it, I'll try and also do some sort of travel vlog thing of the entire thing. So, in case it wasn't blindly obvious, there is not going to be a stream this Friday. There will be no dual stream on Friday. So you can go and have a break on that. If other people want to do a stream of other stuff, then by all means, go and do other stuff. So the next stream that's expected to happen here will be next Wednesday. And I think I have it currently planned as a Wiki Wednesday, but I haven't yet touched that code, so it's still playing the game in the same way, and I still haven't implemented round 4. And with this weekend being as busy as is, I'm not going to get any work done on it at all. So I'm going to have to change the schedule for that and move that to the week after. So it might be Wonderwall? Question mark. So yeah, it might be Wonderwall if we have the questions for it. I'm gonna have to reschedule it because yeah, it's there's no chance the wiki thing will work properly next week. So yeah, keep submitting your Wonderwall questions if you can. We'll hope for that for next Wednesday, and if not that, then we'll do something else. I don't know what it is, but we'll do something. It's a wall Wednesday rather than a wiki Wednesday, etc. And then the Friday after that will be a dual Friday, and we're starting to close in on the finals and all of that jazz. We've only got 9 or 10 duels left to play out in the season, so yeah, we're getting there. We're getting close. And then after that, yeah, not much else. Oh yeah, that's the other thing that I've been doing this week as well. As I've been planning my Japan holiday. So yeah, there's been a lot of lots of head scratching on prices and when I'm going to get my yen and things like that. So yeah, this week really has been a week. So Japan is looking to be near the end of November at the moment for when I think I'm going to be going. So around that time, there will be no streams from me directly. Although, if the Wi-Fi dongle thing I get is good enough, then I might be able to do some IRL streams or something like that. But that's completely up in the air. I don't know if it is going to happen or not. So that's in a few months' time anyway. So not much to worry about right now. All right. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for playing. Everybody for watching. I've been Ash the Bash, and I will see you after I come back from Barcelona and all that kind of business. Back here next Wednesday, possibly with some Wonderwall. Thank you very much. Have a good night, y'all.